I went there, I didn't know, because you hear or you think it's going to be so intimidating and so this and that. And it's like, it's the furthest thing from that. It was the furthest thing from that.
Yeah, I think New Yorkers are, they're some of the nicest people. We just cut to the chase.
Yeah,
And
that's exactly it.
I say we, even though I am bi-coastal and I do live here now, I self-identify as a New Yorker because I am a New Yorker. We got cut to the chase.
Yeah, and it's real conversation, and it's, because I think you're always on the go, so you're like, get it out, put it out there, and move on to the next. Whereas here, it's like, oh, no. Yeah, it's not as in-depth, and it's not all of them. Like, I have great, and because I don't mean to do disrespect to LA, but I think because it's more laid back, it takes longer to get to there.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
That's one thing I've had to deal with here. When if you need something fixed in your bill, just whatever it is, you're just like, well, no, I need it kind of now.
In this lifetime?
And they mean now, but now doesn't mean I need it now.
Yes.
And then you feel like, God, I'm being such a pushy bitch, but not really. This would have been done if it was in New York. Just let's do it. I got other things to do here.
Yeah.
It's a different pace here.
Yes, it is.
But you love it. You love and I'm not insulting LA. I love going back and forth between the two as well.
Well, and that's exactly it. I love the balance of it.
Me too.
But it's like when I come back here, I realize, it's back to, it's just a slower pace and whatnot.
You like going to your home with into the wilderness with the coyotes.
It sounds crazy, but I love that. We're not going hikes up there. So it's nature. It's how I help create my products, through connecting with nature. I love that. And the eagles, the hawks. The hawks,
I when I'm in the Hamptons, it doesn't sound like the same. I know you're probably darling the Hamptons, but it is, there's deer, it is and
compared to the city, right?
Yeah, and so
that was in Sex and the City with Sarah. Remember when she actually went to the Hamptons? Yeah. It was didn't work well for her, but because she was connected with nature and mud and this and that and deer and all of that. So yeah.
It just relaxes you.
Yeah, it does. 100% for me, it does.
You have days where you're like, I'm the same way. I need my alone time. So I'm just like, this is nice, which I never thought I'd be that person, so to speak, of granted, I also live right in town and I don't drive, so it's not like I'm really in, but it is, you're not in a city and it's quiet and relaxed.
Yeah.
It's kind of the same thing. What else didn't we cover? Anything else you what do you have any guilty pleasures, as far as TV? You're going to watch Kelly on, Roni Girls Trip. Are you a TV junkie? All these people that are hanging on every word because of flipping out. Are you that type of person?
Yeah, it's funny because people bring up flipping out. Oh, I watched this episode. I watched it when it was in real time, but I've never watched episodes back. And I'm like, maybe I kind of should, because they remind me of things. I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot about that because it was 2009. That was 14 years ago. But I don't watch them back. I tend to watch, I'll find things on either Netflix or Prime or Apple or whatnot. And I do tend to binge watch because it's the same thing. It's my decompressing when everyone's gone and I'm home alone. I'm like, I'll watch episode 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm like, okay, I need to go to bed. It's 4 a.m.
And it's always scripted stuff that you find.
That, or there's different, I loved, what's the Jennifer Coolidge one? What was that again? You know what I mean? Season 1 and 2.
I do.
What's the name of it? I blanked on. What? White Lotus.
White
I
Lotus,
love
yes.
that. I love that. And then she's not there. I'm like, come on, you can still do this. You can go back in time, whatever. But it's those. I like watching those things. It's I can't name it because I find them and I give them X amount of time. And if it doesn't go, I move on to the next thing because it's kind of grab me. There's things people watch. There's, what is that one with, Jesus. Schitt's Creek. I've tried. I cannot get into that one.
Really? I never even try. I know it's huge.
People say it's great.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I just can't get into that one. Mad Men was that way a while ago. I wanted to get into because I like the time frame of it and all. It just went so slow. I'm like, I can't. I want to like it, but it wasn't working for me.
That was me with Game of Thrones. Now, it's not my style of a show. I tried. I watched and I'm like, why am I trying? And that was the biggest thing in the whole world. And I'm like, I'm not into this. I'm not gonna watch it.
Yeah, I watched some of those and same thing. I didn't finish it.
Everyone was like, if you just stuck with it, it was like so. I'm like, yeah, I don't have like 5 weeks to like stick
Just
with like
stick with
30
this.
episodes to maybe like this in the end.
Yeah, I have to look and see which ones are my ones. And it's funny because I started watching I think the Beckham one. They all have their
Oh,
like
yeah.
documentary stuff now. And I
I mean, I
watching
heard that
them.
was great. I never watched Pam and Tommy. I missed that.
I did watch that one.
That was.
It was good. That
You
one
must
was a
know
good
Pam
one.
Anderson. I feel like you
Way
would.
back when I was in the Glenn Center, I've met her, and I just watched on Instagram that she has her season 2 coming out of her show, and it's like I'm happy to say she wants the same thing. She just wants to be in nature. She wants to create her florists there. She wants to create a farmer's market in Canada and all that stuff. She's like, I just want it as simple. I want a simple life. She kind of wants to be the modern, laid back version, Martha Stewartish, it sounds like.
Very laid back.
Very laid back. But it's no apologies. And she's doing it with her boys. They're here. She helped them renovate a home here. Now she wants them to help them there. But she's building a lot. She wants cabins and this, that, at least what she's saying on the show. I'm like, she's got a lot of work ahead, but
She
it's
went to
cool.
Paris
And if that
Fashion
motivates
Week.
her, yeah. That part I
No
saw, and I'm
makeup.
I don't feel like it has to be the extreme either. It's like none of that, but it's like you get it because you know what I'm saying. And mine is the hair thing. It's like I get if you're doing that, but at least have an effort. And I'm not trying to disrespect it, but put an effort. It doesn't mean all or nothing.
Right.
And it's like I get it. Find a happy medium there.
You like a
get what I
little
mean?
effort.
Yeah, I mean, I do hair. It's like you want to see something. The effort was thrown into it. That makes sense.
Yeah. Is there anyone famous's hair that you would just love to get a hold of?
God.
And are you the type that gets starstruck? Like, I mean, we talk about Madonna, and I mean, you've lived here forever, but still, I mean, lots of people get like I've gone to Vegas 4 times and met Cher, and like every time I'm like, I can't even speak. I mean, I could, but
No, she's like one of those
You're
icons.
just like, this
yeah.
is like, what is this?
She's one of those icons.
But I mean, in
hair-wise.
general, other than like that, I don't really anymore just because, but I mean, do you? And there's nothing wrong with that. I just don't. I think from this job, it changed everything for me because I speak to so many people. And then like at the end of the day, most everyone is just the same and they're a human
That's exactly
being.
it. And that's what people disconnect from that. And they really are. But you get put on that pedestal and you think, oh my gosh, da, 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 da. I'm like, they're living, breathing, eating the same as all of us. So I really don't, no, I don't feel like I do. It's like, no, I'm trying to think who would I, da, da, da. Who? Oh my gosh, that was amazing for me. I went to a ladies' luncheon with Joe Biden just literally like a month ago. And I had heard years ago in 2017, 18, when they were in the when she was in the White, she was second lady in the White House with Obama. And I had heard rumors that she was a fan of this.
Really?
And
Of when?
Yes. And I was doing a meet and greet with her. And I'm like, I heard it through someone who was an aide. And I'm like, I always believed it, but I'm like, still wanted it from firsthand.
Yeah.
So believe it or not, I literally asked her, it's supposed to be a one picture, same thing, one picture thing. So I guess my answer is no. I guess I don't get starstruck. So I asked her, I said, I just have a question for you. And I was the first person in line for the photo. I said, I have a question for you. I had heard through the